Welcome to your favorite audio version of the video platform. Extra 20 minutes and the JOB today. Emergency arose. Yours truly had to get the JOB. We made it back to base in grand tradition. It's the nickel. It's the snowman month, my birthday month, and the Daily Woo's birthday. Christmas month, August 5th, 2025. This comes to you. We play commercial music for your sponsor for your podcast. Trying to write some songs for the boycotting of the haters of Sarasota. Timmy didn't really give me much. I tried to screw around with it. Did a few thoughts and prayers to the brown shirts, their leader. I guess isn't feeling well. He needs to pay his bills. Dry begging in a 30-minute head swiveling around. But no one cares. If no one listens, therefore no one cares. And if no one cares, no one will ever listen. But my name is Jeff. This is the world-famous, fledgling, one and only on Spreaker, where the audio goes on YouTube. Fear Bomb Radio. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world. Is an audio podcast, not a video podcast. It's the black screen because they no longer upload for me. But remember, Blindviews was all mad because black screen. Well, you can't see anything, so what's the big deal? Carl's liking the conversation because he's easy to have on because he reads, he travels, and he meets people. You can have a conversation. I think I might switch gears and call the man in the moon. Get him on. The hunch is unruly in his behavior. Realizing his tariffs are ruining cities like Las Vegas and Florida. He's called blunt, because people don't want to come to this country. Why do you think the Daily Woo doesn't want to go overseas? They don't like Americans because of the hunch. Donald J., the selected and installed 47th, 45th President of the United States of America. The red shirts are coming to be your brown shirts. The brown shirts, I was listening to when he became the chancellor. He didn't like the Jews, but of course, September 1st, 1939, he decided to kick off World War II because one was supposed to end all wars. We got dragged in Pearl Harbor. We declared war the day after against Japan, and he was like, holy moly. We joined forces with the Ruskies in Britain. We all stormed those beaches on D-Day, proceeded to snap the necks of the crowd and free the Jews and many other people from the behaviors of the 1,000-year Reich. Lost a lot of good men, but I'm speaking English because of them, and I appreciate them very, very much. Once he took his own life, cowardly, they capitulated. They all ran off the rat line. Catholic churches burned them to the ground. Molesting children. Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated. And the Blue Laws. I boycott them. Of course, when we got done with Hitler, we had to nuke Japan. Not once, but twice. They still capitulated September 2nd, 1945. The General McCarthy. Whatever that, I can't remember the general, I forget, but he became the leader of Japan, the emperor. Yeah. They got on their knees on September 2nd, the mighty Mo and said they were sorry for the behavior. We had obviously the forgotten. I saw someone talking about the wars. They just totally skipped over the forgotten war. Mike, what about forgotten? Vietnam, Afghanistan, Desert Storm, and many other wars will always come, and you know it does. We always have to hear people's problems. Men and women blue, don't like a cophead call a crackhead. Who are these brave men and women in the armed forces have sacrificed for you? 1, 2, forgotten, Vietnam, lots of them. All the wars, balls the size of oak trees. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant NASCAR, Coast Guard. You don't do anything as much for your dedication to this freedom of this country, domestic and abroad, any other country. Listen to me. Shout out to your military men in the armed forces doing the right thing. Men and women blue, like I said. Don't forget the non-victims. Maybe you forgot about that a long time ago. That a long time ago. Remember, the Holocaust was allegedly supposed to be a hoax, such as gaslight. I wish it was. That's their problem. Your choices in life. Make good choices, make good places. Bad choices, whatever you're going to do, you'll run the poor people, be poor. People cheating their wives. I don't run poor people, I don't. Or drug addicts, or drug dealers, or whatever, drunks. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I would not shower in the shower at Penn State. Till they're all in jail. Snap the necks. The Carolis, one is dead. She should be deported or executed. Look at the Hunch's girlfriend. Moved her a convicted pedophile down there to Texas. Maybe we can get to her a little easier there for a pack of smokes. Snap her neck. He's raging. You're 47th selected. But we're not showering that shower. If you don't like two men having consensual, grunting, hair pulling, screaming, hollering sex, pumping away, and whatever it may be, I get it. You can't consume and watch two women squealing, screaming, hollering, and slapping apple asses and strap-ons and running ponytails. Someone threw a dildo out onto there. Been arrested, I guess. Probably all fighting over it. But if you do watch two women and you think it's cool to staple a man to a fence, that's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Sluts are selective whores anytime, anywhere. That's in the back seat. Sluts on the couch make love in the bed. While you're pulling hair and slapping asses, apple or watermelon doesn't really matter. It's just consensual. Keep the kids out of it. That's all we're asking. Safe sex will always be an issue. Prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. Okay? I mean, allegedly, Magic has AIDS, like Pete Rose and him. Line then or line now. Did you not or not? Bet on baseball. And do you have AIDS or not? When are you telling us the truth? So we're wondering. But please, when women, he pumps you full, and the father runs off, and now I'm paying for it. Went back for nums and unloaded on her. It's the way it goes, bitches. Should require a condom, and you wouldn't be the mother of a child without the father. AIDS and all that behavior. A lot of Christmas babies coming from spring break, or 2026 babies from spring break, where they did a lot of effing on the beach, and they have no idea who the father the child is. But prevent that behavior. Don't use abortion for birth control. You don't need to go overseas to get a child of color. There's plenty here in this country out of diapers. Don't need to run overseas. Your community first. Two gay men want to adopt, so be it. good choices are call someone with the phone, too much to drink. So always call someone, because you will murder somebody in the outskirts. And all of a sudden, you're a convicted felon in old Canada. You can go see Line Screw One, who's obsessed with Carolyn RV. I'm surprised the hunch came into Canada. He is adjudicated rapist and a convicted felon. Maybe that's who you guys run with. I didn't vote for him or Fork Tongue or the plagiarizer. I voted Libertarian. Libertarian, Oh yeah, I gave money to a charity. I got a nice contract. Then I was framed for 3 murders. And then I was executed in my jail cell. I did cry the day he went down the road when she told me that I was sitting downstairs, and she better sit down. I go, why? She was the gangster passed away this morning. I go, what? How can the gangster pass away on me? I'm so mad. Way it goes. Yeah. Got to take the condom off. That is a condom right there, so please, I capitulate to him. Speaking of capitulation, where are you, Baron Exposure? I know you're listening. How you doing, Big Shooter? How you doing, Honey Bun? And you talked about me. We're talking about you. I seen him do a video. He was all big, beautiful Bill. Loved it. What do you think about the hunch? Dying his feet. Right now he's living on his knees. I think he capitulated to his wife. Realized he was a gay man. Nothing wrong with that. But you're living a lie. The view misses him. Weird exposures for you. Surprised you haven't done a show though. Sea Patrol. Anyways, so I see Dingling did it. See this whole hater boycott is not happening. Let's see what Dinger, because I saw it come through. Here we go. The Sarasota boycott himself doesn't get the premise of the LOL. Oh, what's he doing? He's something.
All you do is just get my arms, kind of walk by.
What the hell are you doing? Is he giving blood?
Now, if you want to tell about the machine, you can tell. Yeah, you can just say, where's the thing called? Out. And mix it in with that plasma. That way to keep the platelets from coagulating together. Yeah, that's what they do. Just thought I'd let you know. They said mine is nice and smooth.
Don't care. So he was boycott day 7 hours ago. Carl.
Nature made. We care.
Sorry, honey. Let's see what he has to say here. Let's see what Santa Claus has to say.
Take some time and show you around the beaches I got of Illinois. Here we're in the Spoon River West area. My big tree house.
You can't put his name in the notes if you boycott him too. You can't do that.
Pretty exciting.
You're not boycotting him. You're still talking about him.
Creek that you got to pass over through a covered bridge. Thought I'd show you both sides of that.
Okay.
It's pretty calming. It's pretty neat. Yeah. And then.
Yep.
Anyway, the four principles of Stoicism are wisdom, justice, and courage. And wisdom's the owl, justice is the scale,
it's kind of
the lions,
okay,
and temperance is pouring out wine. But
Mr. Lawyer telling us about life here.
Balance. in the extremes. You're not totally not working. You're not working too hard. Here's a picture of the treehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, got to go all the way up there. Yep, I was out of breath, but at least you knew I went up there. There's no elevator, so
We have no proof.
this is a little town in Illinois that got this picture. And here's my crash. They call me Crash because I crash stuff. So here's
Let's see.
the pontoon boat was more fun.
So he's just showing.
And relax. Temperance, you should avoid extremes. You should try to balance your emotions.
In 1 mile, turn right onto West.
Forget it. Miss Vicky, life after 65, an easy chat, whatever else crosses my mind. Morning! Morning! So the haters are gonna hate. New York Daniel. He did one. All the haters. It's just not gonna last. This behavior is not gonna last. These people are gonna sit here and hate. And they're gonna watch him. They're gonna put him in the notes. Yeah, put him in the notes because the haters are just quit lying, man. Just, you're gonna talk about him and talk about him. I mean, what else is Dinger gonna do? What else is New York Dan? What is Santa Claus gonna do? He can drive around and give us wisdom, I guess. Read, travel, and meet people. That's a good thing. It's a good choice. He took a 2-week sabbatical and then he was just reading the stuff, just like Dinger. It's just, you kind of start to scream. Then you start to holler. And then you become enraged. Even when I don't drink, I go up to the local liquor store, buy a small bottle of blackberry brandy, and just chug it down and shake my head in disbelief. Then pass out with no underwear on the floor till the dogs lick me and wake up and I gotta go to work hungover. This boycott's not gonna stop. I boycott Catholic churches. I refuse to enter any of them because a lot of them are crime scenes. I don't do it. That's a fact, Jack. This boycott behavior is a bunch of garbage. We all know it. They have no other content. I mean, look at it. They all have to use notes. New York Dan does it in more of a subtle way. Tired Santa Claus, the Santa Claus man, is walking along with his dogs and a piece of paper in his hand. I don't know. You wonder sometimes the mental illness that is prevalent, and I'm crazy too, and everything else. But like I said, I was listening to a lot of Nazi stuff today about the final days of what went on. I had to go from Brooklyn Park to St. Paul, Woodbury. I had time to listen to some stuff. I don't understand why you would waste good suffering on Timmy. Writing it all down and doing an update. KCGrits, who's called the show, said it's more fun. He discovered me because I get it, man. I used to make fun of Papa Grizz. His live streams were legendary. I listened to all of them, but you would listen to he was best to listen to when he would get pissed at the trolls and he'd start yelling at people. Those were the best because he'd yell and holler and threaten people. And when he died, he was going to put out a video on me and everybody else and tell the truth about us. And he's been dead now for allegedly I don't know how long, but that was just how he fought with Tina D. He fought with John Boy, the boys who they were to come to his house and up at the park, and he went up there in his car to look for the boys. It's like me walking up to Central Park and claiming Carl's going to come beat my ass. And I walk all the way up there. I'll go to my car on a live stream looking for Carl, right? And that was the most epic video. And then Satan's granddaughter's daughter, someone called. She had a weapon with her because she was a minor at the time. So she was hiding it. They had a weapon in that vehicle. The cop just didn't want to waste good suffering searching because someone called. He was epic. I mean, he was at a county fair, and he brought me up like 4 because he saw some cow pies there. I was living in his mind, went free. I miss Fat Boy. I miss Deborah Daly when she would fight with me and fight with Bathtub Girl, and Desert Rose was on there, and the one and only One Angry Jew, and Vincent the Bay, and those are the days. She was so literate and just so good at what she did. She talked about good sound, and I vowed one time never listen to her again. I went back like a day later, because when she would do like an hour and 50-minute show or something, she'd get on a guy like he's a Vietnam vet. He was very, very good, great guy. He would come on, and I'd call in or something, and she was always fun. I would call in, and her and the One Angry Jew would be really good, and always fighting going on. And she'd do a 3-hour show, but they were fun because good sound, different callers, people would come in. Her co-host would come on, and it was just those were fun. It was fun to give her shit and have the time of our lives. Grilled cheese tonight on the grill tonight. Grilled cheese, tomato soup. Love grilled cheese. They're easy schmeezy. We had goulash last night. That was good. I love goulash. That was easy picking. So I had to go. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to get my DOT. It's like I was the last person, but at least I got that done. So it expired on the 7th day. So get that taken care of. Take the urine sample. Make sure you're not smoking any geep coming in half high. But this haters and their boycott is just not going to happen. I mean, what is Dinger? Is Dinger going to leave his house? I mean, Carl's attempting, but his whole thing is making money is talking about Sarasota Tim. And I get it, I mean, New Old Man Nation's doing good stuff, ripping on people. It's pretty hilarious. He's working on it. It's. I mean, I have the Tony Bellino, man. Tony Bellino's my Johnny J. Utah from the Bay Area, bandwagon sports, man. I used to do it all the time. That was always, an alter ego. He looks like our social studies teacher. He does. It's hilarious. But he's more creative and can go on the moon, walk around. Where Carl, I think he can, but he's just so used to the fame and the recognition and the views. But when it comes to Sarasota Tim, he's addicted to it. Just like with Wonder Hussy, she's a sweet lady, but she's so used to men ogling her body. Occasionally, she'll do a nude calendar for people because she still likes the authority. She's been on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. She's been on. She was on Jeopardy. She was also on. What else was she on? The singing one. She can't sing, but she was on. I saw the clip on YouTube one day. It came up for some reason, and it was Sarah. Probably type in Sarah Jane. She was on. The hell's that one singing one competition? She was on American Idol. She got ripped by what's his name. It was pretty funny. But she is, by example, she wants to fake it till she makes it because she wants the drug to be Mr. Popularity. That's why she would hire men would hire her to go out middle of the desert nude. Okay, and that's what guys do. So I'd hire her for whatever and say, okay, dress up as a cop and stand on that rock over there and take pictures of her. Whatever she did. That's what she has that drug of views and attention. She says at one time she can't go anywhere unless she can video. If I can video, I'll take it, but I've gone places before and I've videoed it, many a times. Carpegger, same thing. He's on the West Coast. Kind of skipped a lot of small towns in order. I didn't see the title, but he's already in Portland already. A lot of good small towns along the way. But Daily Woo was going to go over to Columbia, but he chickened out because it's just no one cares, and he chases the almighty dollar, and it's great to make money on YouTube, but when you're attached to it, and that's what you make your living at, you got to be creative, and then you just you watch your money go up and down. I mean, I work at the airport and work my other job. I get what I get. This is strictly time of my life. Let's see here now real quick. Had some views today on Mongo Radio. Over on Chrome. Geolocations that roll in here. The United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, Hungary, India, Switzerland, Czech, Estonia, France, and Japan, and Israel. Let my people go. HAIF, Hafia. Let their hostages go and get down with that war. Oh, Canada, Ontario 5 times. We see Toronto and Moshkat. I can't pronounce it. I'm not sorry, but I'm horrible at that behavior. United States. Florida carries a load. Sarasota once. Mount Dora once. That's new. Jacksonville. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Cowpote approved. San Diego, Los Angeles, and El Grove. Colorado is Aurora. You're new. I know that much. Texas, League City, Seguin, and then Louisiana, Shreveport. My boy, I don't know if he said that. What happened to Chris Crawfish? I miss him. Mokanai and Chicago. New York, Rochester, SCHS, and New York. Massachusetts, Coleraine, and Springfield. So thank you so much, everybody that rolls into the show. I really, really appreciate it. We were watching Hurricane, what's that big one? What's it called? Katrina. All that behavior went on there. Watch it right now. We're watching Billy Joel. So It Goes. Really good. It's a long one, but it's kind of cool. How he made it, There's no way right now he'd make it anywhere, so. But anyways, so Blindviews. Feel sorry for me. He's ill, I guess, emergency room, had surgery, and did a little dry begging. He did. I get it, everyone has. Here's the double standard he does. He pisses on other people talking drama, but what does he do? Right away, 3.5 minutes, and then says he needs to pay bills, needs to put videos out. Meaning, guys, come on, you guys, give me some thoughts and prayers, man, for the Blindviews. That's the way he sees it, the way he hears it. The fake blonde guy, right above the garage. That's the way she is, man. It sucks, but the way it goes. Yeah, he's all bummed out, and I get it, man. He bitched to a board about people having drama. What's he doing on his channel? Doing thoughts and prayers. Went to the emergency room, before he had anal surgery. You gotta make sure you feel sorry for me. Give me money, right? Just never-ending behaviors, right? Feel sorry for the poor, crippled-up old man above the garage. It was a dry begging. Good old Robert Plant. Tan, rest, and ready. Making up that he has in the emergency room. Looking around. I gotta do videos. Come on, you guys, subsidize me. Give me some gay. Buy me this and buy me that. I should say buy me a Whopper. So I should be putting my thing. Yeah, that was pretty epic, man. Yeah, he's got mouths to feed. He's that carpetbagger. Start sending me money, man. Crippled up, I can't see. Robert Plant. Gotta make videos in Tater. I led you at the hospital, and I'm just bummed out, and I need you to give me girl. Send me money, bitch. Thoughts and prayers to the brown shirts. The pity party will be Thursday night. talk about his health and how life sucks. And oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, you're living off the government above the garage. You know who'll be there? Mr. Pitchlight himself. Baron Exposure. I love you, King. Oh, King, I've done nothing wrong. I love you, Kingy. Oh my God. I think Baron Exposure has a pitchlight to his wife. I think they were in the woods, or he was watching nudie pictures of Pat Benatar listening to him at Backshot. She caught him in the room by himself, lights off. Found out it was actually two men going man on man. So he had pitch-lated. I don't blame her. I'd be mad too, Baron Exposure. You know, tell your lovely wife of many, many years. All of a sudden, yeah, I've with too many men now. I experimented when I was young, and I suppressed my behaviors, and before I know it, I had to tell you, honey. I had to tell you. Baron Exposure. You talked about me. You talked about me. The View. Where are you, Baron Exposure? You're missing in action with all the chows. We want you to come back. Don't be like Sven Johnson. He shall not be named. And pass on, not give your final words of encouragement. When Fat Boy capitulated to the devil and gave it up, he left with no warning. I'll pray for your wife. I want to hear about Donald J. and his behavior, the convicted felon and adjudicate rapist. What do you think, bitches? Dry begging by Muse. Let's call Mark. We'll bypass, maybe we'll call him later, but right now we're going to call Marky Mark. Mark? Here goes Marky Mark, here we go. We'll call Mark. We'll call a man on the moon, bitches. That's too bad.
Hello.
Yo, this is the Blindviews Thoughts and Prayers division calling you.
Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to get to that. No.
I was going to call Carl, but you're more, I think you're a little more educated on that behavior because you did some good job on your videos. Amateur comedian, doing your best you can, man. You know, it's an alter ego. You know, I have Johnny J. Utah was, and also Tony Bellino was my one. Tony Bellino, you know, the Italian. You know, I'm talking about the mafia. Don't worry about it. Hey, Marky Mark, don't worry about it. You just go talk to Gloria about it. We'll take care of you, huh? But no body, no crime, right? So it was a good friend of mine. That was his name, Tony Bellino. He was from the move from New York when he was like 5. He's just a great guy. Tony Bellino. That's my alter ego.
Right, your alter ego.
They're always fun to have. Johnny J. Utah from the Bay Area. Bandwagon Sports here, man. I pick every game correctly after the fact. Johnny J. from Bandwagon Sports. But anyway, so we see your uncle, you know, had to dry beg the other day in a 3-minute head bobbing video. What's your thoughts? I mean, again, that was a dry beg when he said, we have to pay bills. You have to pay bills. I got to pay bills. But that was pretty hilarious when he said he has to do videos because he needs the money. What's your thoughts on that video?
Well, you know, he likes to throw out those little, you know, these YouTubers that do that, they like to throw out subtle hints.
Correct.
And he's no different from that, you know, and yeah, it was just like, and so if you click on more on his bottom there, he's got a PayPal account. And it's like, ooh, well, I wonder how many people click on the PayPal. I know somebody gave him, like, I don't know, $20, $19.99 or something on the YouTube one there.
Right.
Super chat, I guess it was.
Right.
But yeah, prayers went out to him from everybody. It's like, but the thing is, he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't say anything more. He's trying to keep, like I said, he's trying to keep you on the hook.
Yep.
To wait to come back in and find out what the conclusion was.
Right. Yeah. He'll be a pity party on Thursday night. It'll be a pity.
Oh yeah.
If he has
yeah,
it.
And he'll come back and say, well, it was just nothing. I mean, I've been through a colonoscopy where the anesthesiologist kind of overdid it, and I was just out for the rest of the day.
Right.
But I've had the others, and afterwards I was feeling fine.
Right.
So who knows?
That was just the heads bobbing around, looking around, Robert Plant looking around, and I'm like, oh God, Mark is gonna have a heyday with this one. That was just epic. I'm just like, shut up, man. I'm like, you bitch, people share information. What do? Just like Carpetbagger, the same thing. You share too much information, people are gonna get pissed off at. Just like Daily Woo. I'm gonna go on every month to a different country. Guess what happens? I don't want to do that now. Don't.
Yeah, I kind of figured, when I listened to yours yesterday or saw it, you talked about Daily Woo not going anywhere. He decided not to, and it's like I had seen that before when I was kind of, jumping around on YouTube, and I thought, okay, I know what it is. He's afraid. He's afraid to go down there because it's South America,
right.
and that's my impression.
Yeah, well, he went to where did he go before? And he left early. It was another country.
Oh, he went down to an island, and it was I watched that one, and then he says, "Well, I think I'm going to leave early because I think somebody had found out and was down there, another YouTuber or something going on."
Yeah, because he left.
He wanted to get the heck. Yeah, he sure did.
Wonder Hussy went to Colombia, but she went with her girlfriend who has family there. So she went, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and she went with her. So she went with somebody that she was with. It was safe. They went together somewhere. You just don't wander around in Colombia by yourself. A white man, you just don't do that.
No.
You can do that in your state. I can go down to Arizona, wander around with my camera. That's you can do that in New York. I mean, you can do that in Boston, but you don't have to wander around Colombia by himself.
Oh man, yeah, that's.
I think he's also people don't care about your international behavior. They want to see majority that listen to him don't have a passport and don't care. They want you to go to Disney. They want you to go to cities. They want you to go to Comic-Con. That's what they want. And he's a grown-ass man. But I'm glad he didn't go because that is an unsafe place to go. I would not go to Colombia. It's not a place to go.
Yeah, at least Colombia, I mean, geez.
They'll snatch you up.
Go somewhere like Vietnam or something like that.
They love you. They love him in Japan or something. They love you.
There's a couple of YouTubers I saw that went to Vietnam, and they were treated like kings. Mm-hmm. But they went out to the out country and everything, and so.
I work with the guy at the airport. He's from Vietnam, and he goes, anytime you want to go to Vietnam, I'll pay my own ticket. I'll take you and the wife. He goes, he was just there about, I don't know, he went back and saw his family like 6 months ago. And he goes, they love American money. He goes, they've realized that, let's get along with America, that we need the money. So just like when you go over to the Caribbean, they love the Americans because it's the money they like, the American money. They love it. And they know that in St. Martin. It's like, bring where was it what was it in Mexico? For a while they didn't go there. Mazatlan, there was a lot of drug problems. They didn't go there for a while, the cruise ships.
Oh yeah.
So they finally cleaned that up. The Mazatlan.
Even Cancun was bad down there with the gangs.
If you and your wife or someone's drugging your drinks, I have no desire to go to Mexico. I was once on a cruise, and that once is enough.
I always went down to Rocky Point, which that's what everybody calls it, and it's not far from here.
Right.
But we usually went with somebody that spoke the language. My wife speaks it, so much, but she's white as a ghost, so.
Right.
But the thing is, I've had friends, working buddies that we go down with or something like that. But I haven't been down for quite a while.
You remember Acapulco, how good that was back in the 70s? That was like the Hollywood of Mexico. Remember? It was this beautiful place. And now it's kind of come back, but that was a war zone in the 80s and the 90s. It was really bad. Acapulco was really, but I guess it's gotten a little better. But that's just Mexico for you. You got to be careful you go. You better have someone know where they're going. I have no desire to go to Mexico. I have no desire. Yeah. Going across the border is one thing. You go to the stores and you shop, but you go back. You don't drive around a rental car. They'll pull you over. They'll blackmail you, whatever else. But the Blindviews in that video, it'll be funny on Thursday. I guess Carl is going to do a pre-show, which is kind of funny. That's a pre-show to the show, which that's whatever. But also, so let's talk about this alleged boycott, okay? Sarasota Tim. I just saw what's his name, Dinger, did some video, and he's getting his blood done and moving the camera around, whatever else. It has his name. If you're not going to talk about Sarasota Tim, then you can't put him in the notes. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I agree. What he's doing exactly what New York Dan does. Yep. Just puts his name out there in it and tries to ride on just the name.
I'm dick riding. That's what I do. But I'm ripping on both sides. I'm ripping on the haters for fun. But that's what I'm doing. You're not a professional. You're not in there day after day after day. Right.
Going after Sarasota Tim.
Correct. Or anything. And then bitch about it. But I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to talk about him for a week. Okay, then don't put his names in the video. Talk about something like Carl's attempting to do, but you're still putting his name in the notes. Just like when what's his name? I think it was what's his name said that they weren't watching my video. Morning that she was just reading the transcript. Shut up! You're just going to read the transcripts? That makes no sense.
It makes no sense to do a boycott. If you're going to read the transcript, you're still giving him the view because you have to click on it, and you're telling your audience all about him. Mm-hmm. So what's the sense that you're supposed to be silent on the whole thing?
I mean, like I said, I don't go to Catholic churches. I've been in one in 25 years. I don't. I boycott the blue laws. What they do, the blue law, the rat line in World War II. I have a low opinion for Catholic. I mean, there are some good Catholic people, and I get it. I have some very good friends of mine that have left the Catholic community because of their behavior and moved on to something else. There's I think there's like a branch off of Catholic community. I think a branch going to a new version of it because they're sick and tired of the behavior going on with all their stuff. But it's like I'm not going to pick and choose and go into a Catholic church. I'm not doing it. Okay, I think
the Episcopalian is pretty close to the Catholic Church.
Correct.
But they're more liberal. They have females as I don't know if they call them priests. I don't know if they call them just ministers.
Right. Well, the Baptists are just as bad as the Catholics too, as well. They've had their problems.
Well, they're all spin-offs. They're all spin-offs from the Catholic Church.
They all have the low opinion of women, and then they take advantage of children. And then when there's a sexual problem, they blame the women, or they apologize to God, and then next day they do it again. That kind of behavior. No one goes to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one goes to jail.
But the thing is with Carl, does this put him in a predicament now that he's got a gift from JJ?
I saw that.
He got a golf shirt. And so what's the next step? Is he going to be going down and staying at JJ's house and being started around in the golf cart? Or what's going on here? I mean, we could spin this so many different ways now.
I saw that from JJ. He gave him a golf. He doesn't even play golf. I gave him a T-shirt he can wear, and he didn't even know there's something on the back. Mike, I saw
it. It's like, okay, we got another. So I'm going to say Carl's going to be the adopted. He's going to be like the spinoff of Sarasota Tim. His friend,
I kicked it off with the one gift to him, so then everybody else will start sending him stuff now because the P.O. box is out there. I don't have any P.O. box, so you're not going to send me squat. He sent me because my name was on my address on there, but that was a pre. I don't need anybody, but he's just now people are going to one up and they're going to start sending him stuff. just
Yeah.
like the Huss does. She gets stuff all the time. I see it on
Right.
Facebook. She'll show, I went and got my mail, and she's got these boxes, and she has small stuff. And her birthday's in September, so people are going to send her stuff on her birthday. She's going to whenever what's that place? The thing called the Burning Man. She goes there for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And people send her stuff and whatever else, and you know.
They do it. You know, they have a way of doing it. It's just like when I had in my my latest video there, where I talked about this woman. I can't even remember the name of their channel now, but they've been around a long time. Her and her husband. Every one of them is clickbait. It's drama. I don't even know if they still have the campground, but they've got to keep the ball rolling. And she got over 112,000 views in 1 hour.
That's just
No,
sad.
one day, and it was all about my husband's medical condition. So it was a 20-minute video. She only she waited till halfway through the video to even tell you anything about it.
So it was-
and then she tried to cry. It was crocodile tears. I call bullshit.
Because was she a brunette? Because I saw a thumbnail of some lady and said, "I have bad news." Was that her? What was the title?
I've always known her since she had dark hair.
Okay, but the title was a thumbnail of her. I didn't look at it. It just came through because I go, oh God, and it said, "I have some bad news," and
Right.
she was a brunette, and I happened to see it.
Yeah.
She was maybe it was her or not. I have no
There's
idea.
a brunette, and she's got glasses on.
Yeah, that was her.
And she's doing. See, her and her husband usually do all the videos together. I don't follow them, but it came up automatically, and I recognized her. I'm going, okay, what kind of scam now? Because, like I said, she's one of those YouTubers that everything's got to be something on drama. It's got to be something's wrong. Oh, they come here to arrest me, or whatever it is, and it's like, come on.
I do agree with Blindviews. He talked about this about 2 months ago, and I've said this, but he has said before, he was right on, is people like her, and that will do this. There was some chick one time, I happened to see the video. I'm quitting YouTube because she said it took her 6 hours to do a 10-minute video. It's like, be quiet. And then I saw her so for 4 months he didn't do anything, but then all of a sudden I saw her back again with her husband. It's like, if you're quitting, then delete your channel. But that's just these people that will do that. Oh, hang on a second.
Yep.
Hang on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hang on. Hang on.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Make it in time for fear-mongering radio?
Yes, KC Grits is in the building.
Woo, Casey, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Where you been?
Yeah,
In the Bahamas or what?
Oh man, it's been a long time since I called. No, I had like a project, sort of complicated thing going on with the old JOB, and we're working overtime and stuff, so I can't call in time to call the show. But
We thought maybe
here I am.
I thought maybe you were mad and left because Dinger took over your position on the podcast or something.
Yeah, he called, and then he lied and said that it wasn't him, and then not Dinger called, and I think, as you can attest, Cowboy, you don't have any idea what my phone number is.
Right,
There's no proving that was me.
It's a private thing.
Dinger personally accused me.
He did.
Said that it was a terms of service violation for YouTube, and
Is that what he said?
there's laws against impersonating people.
Oh my
so-
God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
clearly.
New York Dan called the other day, and I thought, wow, New York Dan called. I mean, hey, I must say that it sounded exactly like him, so it had to be him, just like Dinger. But they were his shoes.
What day did New York Dan call? I missed it.
Cowboy wouldn't have it on there. It was a couple of days ago, I believe, right?
I've been so busy that
I don't know.
I haven't even been able to listen at work like I used to. So
No, I don't
try
think.
and catch him when
I don't think I've had New York Dan call. I played his stuff back. I think I did.
Oh, what's that? You played it back? It sounded like, oh, well, I thought you were
No, I played him back.
I take
I
that
played
back.
back his boring stuff. He was so okay. you're on here. Welcome back to the show. So, what's your thought? One on Blindviews, dry begging that he's having some medical. What's your thoughts on the brown shirt? Had to do a 3-minute dry beg.
Yeah, I have two things. The first one I want to say before I forget. Yesterday's recording, I don't remember. Carl said that you're the only person that cares that he has notes, but you get me to agree with you. Anybody that noticed that he had to use notes for a 2-minute video, come on, Carl. Come on, Carl. Cowpote doesn't have to get me to agree with him. Now, in general, do I care if you use notes? No, but notes for a 2-minute video, that's
it just.
I love you, Carl. You're still welcome in my spare room, but 2 minutes, dude.
So this segment,
yeah.
Go on.
So, but you see, I just said what I wanted to not forget, right? So I didn't need notes to remember that. And then Blindviews, the juice can't be worth the squeeze for him anymore, right? Like, he could sure chop up some dog food.
Yep. Oh God, that was disgusting. What do you think about that?
He can sure modify a vehicle.
Yes.
So I would have to imagine that he has a hell of a lot bigger earning power doing something like that than he does making the YouTube videos.
Right.
He can't. His AdSense can't be that big. He put out a video just a couple of minutes ago. I saw before I called. Somebody copyrighted.
Oh really?
Oh really? Someone copyright striked him?
Yeah. Someone copyright struck him on that video that he made about. I was right. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I said they're not going to have any places to camp for free.
Oh man.
See, I don't hate the man or dislike the guy, but that's just cowardly. If that's true, that's cowardly. You know what I'm saying?
He's very anti-nomad. Anybody going out there, and even New York Dan in his last one, he was talking about all that. New York Dan doesn't do his homework, is what he does. He doesn't watch anybody. He just kind of spot does it, and it was just. I mean, come on, people. It's not that bad out here with the campers and everything, but they got to sensationalize.
Well, we just talked before you came on about people being drama. I remember when Carol and RV, I was talking to Carl on the phone, and I was watching videos about into the wild about that guy who went out into Alaska, because I remember reading the article, and I was watching separate videos for a couple days, and hers came up right before I knew she was, and she does the whole video in the bus. Instead of beginning the bus, say, "Hey, I'm going to go into a bus here that's was in the movie. I'm going to walk through it." She walks through the whole bus and then walks out and goes, "Oh, by the way, this is the bus that was from the movie." So she clickbaited me. You know what I'm saying? It was just you simply say this is the Into the Wild bus from the movie in the title.
They moved the bus.
Who does that?
People kept trying to go out there and they died.
Yeah, but here's the whole
they
thing.
They finally took it out of there.
But here's the whole thing.
They moved it.
But here's the whole thing. If people did their research, like you just said, there's a bridge that he didn't know about was about a mile down. So these idiots didn't do their research. They had.
I've read that book, and it's an interesting story, and it's crazy how close he was to safety. But so like him hating the nomads. It's like you talk about, like people want to go after what they can't do, right?
Correct.
For whatever reason, he thinks that he can't do that. But I mean, there's to just be a nomad and to just go out and like drive around and see the country in a van. There's no overhead to that, and if he earns his money from a disability check and from YouTube, he could do that mobile.
But remember,
I don't get it.
But remember, he blamed Obama for not being able to travel. I still want to explain that to me, why he can't travel because of Obama. I didn't understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, he's jealous of the nomads. He's jealous of the nomads.
I hadn't watched any of his videos for a while, but I watched the one where he said that he had things didn't go to plan, and then I watched the one today. But the one where he talks about things not going to plan, I'm sort of confused, because if you hate doctors and you don't trust doctors,
right?
And I'm not being specific towards him. There's a lot of people that are on there like, Like Miss Vicky talks about not trusting prescriptions and all that stuff. So why do you guys go to the doctor? I saw she posted a video about blood work. I'm not going to watch it. If you don't believe what the doctor tells you, why are you even spending the money to go?
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly right.
Don't go. Don't do what they tell you because they're lying and they're just after their copay, right? I mean, don't even go.
Because because KC, it's who she listens to on YouTube. That's where they get the information from. They don't listen. That's who they listen to on any fear mongering far righties. That's what they listen to. That's the problem. You know, whoever she listens to, that's where she gets information from. She doesn't read, travel, or meet people. That's her problem. So she reads stuff on some website and it gets fear-mongered and then she gets brainwashed. That's the problem, Casey. That's like religion that does that and whatever else. If, you know, I always talk about fear-mongering and the Hagee family brainwashing dumbass white boys, and that's the problem, you know.
There's a lot of these YouTubers on and they'll talk about medical advice. When you find out what they are, they're chiropractors. And so, but they'll go to their medical books and they'll talk all about all the MD stuff and try to give you all this information, but you're just a chiropractor. I know you've got so much education and all, but you're not in that field is what it is, but they're giving that kind of, you know, advice out there, and it's like dangerous, you know.
But they're willing to believe that person because that person, their narrative agrees with what they want.
Correct.
Oh yeah, they're looking for somebody for that.
Well, like in general, sometimes life doesn't go the way you plan.
Right.
So you have high cholesterol, hereditary, or you have high blood pressure, hereditary, or something like that. And nothing that you can do will fix that. You can exercise, you can whatever. Right. But in your head, you think, well, no, not me. So you want to find anything that will like agree with you. So like, yeah, you don't need to take that stuff. Just drink a whole bottle of apple cider vinegar, or whatever. All the weird stuff people do. Like,
well, look at the guy. Look at the guy at the head of Apple who passed away. What was his name again? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs.
He intentionally delayed treatment.
And what he had a fruit diet. They said if he would have took care of that problem, he would still be alive today. But he waited too long. If he would have just took care of the problem, he might be alive today. But he was doing this fruit thing because he read it somewhere. That said, hey, this is going to work.
So that's like an interesting commonality. You know, I'm way more interested in all the haters than I should be. There's a very interesting, I told you this before, there's a lot of interesting, like, commonalities.
Right.
So, Blindviews, Miss Vicky, they don't trust the doctor. Sarasota Tim doesn't trust the doctor. Barium Exposure doesn't trust the doctor. Like, all of these, they all have so many similarities. Yeah. When Carl started being a hater, Carl lived in a camper and wanted to... No, Carl, I'm really railing on you today. You know I love you. You're still welcome in my house. Carl lived in a camper and wanted to be a minimalist, which is probably why he got recommended Sarasota Tim's videos. But all these people all have so much stuff in common. It's so crazy to me.
Well, it's like-minded people, just like with the hunch, Donald J., however you want to put it. People get like-minded people towards religion. You know what I'm saying? That's why cults will bring in people that are like-minded. If I have a cult, that you bring in someone who's like-minded. So that's what that's all about. Just like with Blindviews, he has his Carol. That one other chick about, Mark, his Carol. That's his like-minded.
Oh, the super spreader.
Yeah, she's like-minded. Her, and they all think the same. So you're absolutely right. That's how people. When you're like-minded, just like if you like music. I'm a big George Thorogood fan. I met Ted the Talking Head on that website because we were like-minded. We met in person. Melissa Etheridge, I knew a lot of bull dykes. I'd go to concerts and meet them from the message board. I knew all the Melissa Etheridge because we were like-minded. So, that's what you go on message board for, cooking, whatever, Facebook pages, right? And that's usually something positive, but usually you have these the right-wing podcasters that were with the Jeffrey Epstein, list that made their money on that for many years when he kept saying it's out there and out there. Now they're pissed. So you get my point. It's like-minded
people. She got her reward going to a minimum security prison, and she's going to wake up in heaven, that's for sure.
Yeah, wait. You watch. Someone's going to get to her in that prison. You can. If someone wants to get to her in that prison, it'll be a hell of a lot easier than the other prison. So I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling
Either
you.
that, or they'll just say that she crossed the line out there and they had to shoot her or something. You know, their followers will believe anything. You know. So.
Of course. So what's your thoughts out here? We don't get too political. I mean, it's fun to talk about. I mean, you know how I am. I don't like the hunch. But anyways, so what's your thoughts out there, KC Grits? What's your thoughts on this more toward this boycott, the hater boycott of your uncle, Sarasota Tim? What's your thoughts?
So, you probably don't remember this, but Christopher will. They did this before last year, or maybe like 8 months ago.
Right.
And there was no difference because everybody was a liar and they still watched his videos. And he knows how to beat it. He's smart. He'll put out more videos.
Right.
Or he'll do, like today, I just looked before I called. I sort of looked at all the usual channels to see if I needed to watch anything before I called, so I could do a little homework. And he hadn't put out a video yet, but the last video he put out yesterday has a ton of views. Because what he'll do when he does this is he'll respond to comments in that video. And people will say, it's always on the last video he posts before he takes a big hiatus. People will comment on there like silver alert for Sarasota Tim or whatever, and he'll reply to them in there. So he's got more views on that video than he normally would because he didn't put out another video. So he's a con man. He's not an idiot.
Right.
He didn't put, like I looked hours ago, I think it was around maybe 11 or 12 o'clock my time, and it was 18 hours since he put a video out.
Wow.
So yeah, I thought something was up there. But yeah, we did that boycott last summer, and I think Darlene went through afterwards and looked at it, and there was really no difference in it. And yeah, I mean, hey, you just can't. I don't know. I just say, don't talk about him. Just let him do his stuff. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. He's just going to do what he wants to do. People are going to watch him. But these the haters need to, make their money on there.
Yeah, well, if you're going to put his name in the, I mean, I put it in there, but I really don't care. I'm a non-monetized channel, but when you put the name in there, guess what? It keeps in the algorithms. That's the problem. So, what's his name? When he did his 2-week sabbatical, Carl, when I called him out on that, yeah, that's fine. But and then Morning claims she's looking at the, she doesn't watch my videos either, but she listens to the, watches whatever the what do you call those things?
Transcript.
Yeah, like come on, quit.
Yeah, but they're wrong about that because JJ posted some video that shows he shows how to see the transcript without giving him the view. But they don't understand how it works.
Right.
Because JJ opens the video and then clicks pause immediately while it's still on 0 seconds. So that's still an interaction.
Correct.
Right.
Doing that, clicking transcript and clicking thumbs down, that's still an interaction.
Correct.
So they're not doing anything. It won't record a view, but it's still an interaction. But if you want to gauge the real number of how many haters there are, you have to look at how many views Dinger gets and look at how many views New York Dan gets. Because those are people that don't get pushed out, and that's, they get 700-800 views maybe, right. 600 views, stuff like that. The reason that Darling's videos get so many views is hers gets pushed out. If you just open a blank window and you're not logged into YouTube and you search Sarasota Tim, her videos show up. But Dinger's don't show up, New York Dan's don't show up.
Right.
So the reason that they get 2,000 views and stuff like that is because they actually get pushed out. So I don't think there's as many haters. I think that's a smaller group. The truth tellers. I think there's probably 1,000 people that are actively engaged in that community.
Right.
So that means Sarasota Tim would still get 1,600 views a video,
Well, you look at Morning, she has a shitload of subs, but doesn't even barely get any views. I mean, she has 17,000, but she doesn't get what she,
Well, I think she has a TikTok that has a bunch of people, and I think she probably links her YouTube channel. I don't know TikTok, but I heard her mention TikTok.
Yeah.
And you know how that is. It's all the bots.
Right. she's going through some problems right now, I guess. I don't know if it's her boyfriend or whatever he is, but she puts out these little things, you know, like little hints here and there. So it's like she's going through her pity party little thing.
Well, I love when she looks for a parking spot. It's always my favorite when she. That's just like.
But New York Dan, he put one out. The last one I watched, I think it was yesterday. And I usually don't. I'll just click on it once in a while. I'll skip through it really fast. And he was bashing Cowpote.
Was he?
And oh yeah, he was on there. Yeah, and he was on there and talking about that we're all Trump haters and all. And that's why I said in my video, I said, hey, you need to go back and look, because I can't speak for everybody. Yeah, I can't speak for Carl. Carl, I think it likes Trump. You know, but hey, we all get along, we all talk, you know, but nobody's getting pissed off at one another and everything. I was trying to, you know, get in there. And I confessed, you know, I don't like them, but
I don't hate
I can't speak for the other guys. But he was trying to ball us all into this political thing, this thing going on. He was all over last night. I think he was just trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but it wasn't working too good.
Did he mention me by name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for him, but
you couldn't pay me to watch that video, man. It's so boring.
Yeah.
It was. I skipped.
Maybe I'll read the transcript.
Oh God! Now I got something for you. We were talking about Carl, and I don't want to really pick on him.
Go ahead. He likes it.
You think he's going to be the new Sarasota team since JJ sent him a golf shirt?
I didn't know JJ sent Carl a golf shirt.
Yes.
Yes, is in one of this morning's videos. His wife is filming Carl, which is like Tammy filming, you know, Sarasota Tim, and they were at the restaurant there. So he opens it up, and it's a golf shirt. Yeah. So
hey, how you doing, everybody? It's Illinois Carl coming to you from Amazon.
That's what he should do.
Well, he does.
He should embrace it.
I
think he's probably going to get an invite down to Florida here soon.
When I gave him that Speculation Sports shirt, he didn't even bother to show the back. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, really?
Well, I told him, I said, when you pull the shirt out, look at it. It doesn't even show the back of it. And he didn't. He did it later, but it's like he doesn't play golf anyway, so I don't know why you give him a golf shirt. He doesn't play golf. But see, I opened up the floodgates by giving him a shirt, so now people are going to start sending him stuff.
He's just so likable, Carl. You know, like,
oh yeah, I like him. You know,
compared to like, and just the way that he presents himself and stuff. I've said this before. He does this folksy thing, like he's a lawyer, he's smart, but he does this like folksy thing where he can make himself so relatable to anybody because he had to do that with all the clients and juries and stuff like that, you know. He just, it's interesting. This JJ thing is really interesting. At first I didn't think that was really JJ until he started making all those videos showing the house and stuff. Very weird. Because if you're JJ... If you're listening, JJ, call the show.
Yeah, no shit.
If you're JJ, what about Sarasota Tim made you want to follow him across the country and give him money and stuff?
Right.
Like, that's what I want to know the answer to that. He won't answer that if you ask him that in the comments. Nothing. So, like, what about it? There's a difference between mailing Carl a shirt.
Right.
I was going to mail Carl a lighter so he could smoke a cigar like an adult, but I went to the post office and I wasn't brave enough to lie about what I was trying to mail. but like, there's nothing wrong with little things like that. But he literally went on vacation with him, had him over to his house, let his wife do his laundry, let his wife cook him dinner. You know, so what the hell happened now that he's like full blown thorn against him, you know?
Like a turncoat.
Was he memorized by Sarasota's Tim YouTube thing?
Yes.
That he was like a movie star or something?
Well, it's just like with Daily Woo. the sheriff was here and Past New Productions. They're obsessed with the Daily Woo they think they're a celebrity, like people that are obsessed with Wonder Hussy. They send her things because that's their celebrity, because they can see her on the screen. You can send something to a YouTuber like Blindviews, like Timmy, and they can open up for you on a screen. It's a big thing for some people. I did that just for fun with Carl, whatever else, but I don't, it's not like a big charge out of it, but people get over emotional with YouTubers. They do. They get real excited on YouTubers. There was that one YouTuber.
Yeah, but there's no secret about Sarasota Tim out there. It's not like JJ can say that I didn't see it coming. I mean, there's already 5,000 hater videos out there about the guy.
Yeah.
If you meet somebody, if you're an RVer and you meet somebody at a campground and they say, "Hi, I'm Grifters Anonymous," you got a big sticker on your window that says Grifters Anonymous YouTube, and you hang out with them, seems like a nice guy, don't you think you'd open up the YouTube channel and take a peek? And if you open up Sarasota Tim's YouTube channel, you see 100 videos from Darling, like, exposing all this crazy stuff about him. But then you're like, he seems cool, I'm going to trust him to come in my house. Hell no.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask, JJ. What made you, what drew you to him that much to invite you into your own home and spend all your money on him and stuff like that? And
if you were willing to overlook all that, what made you? What was the straw that broke the camel's back? Because you already knew all this other bad stuff about him.
Usually women. Usually, like
that's
his wife
exactly.
would give him a warning and say, I don't trust this guy, I don't like this guy, or something like that.
That's exactly what I bet happened. I bet he said something to his wife, or said something inappropriate to his wife, or tried to have some sort of a conversation about gifting or something like that. But don't tell your husband. It had to be something like that.
Oh.
But then the other thing is, we're all supposed to feel bad for Johnny Vegas. Give the golf clubs back to Johnny Vegas. That guy stalked him to Las Vegas. You know damn well he gave him those golf clubs.
Yeah.
I thought so too. I thought that he did give those golf clubs to him. I never knew that he said, well, here, you just use them for a while. I thought that he did gift them to him, and I went back, tried to look for a video on it, and I couldn't find it. So...
And then,
but the 15,000 videos.
That's his business. Those golf clubs. That's Johnny Vegas' business. I mean, this idea to ship it back. If Johnny Vegas wants those golf clubs, he can drive out to Florida and get them, right? I mean, I have.
I'm not like a Tim apologist, but if you come and you hang out with me for a week and I let you borrow golf, I don't golf. I let you borrow golf clubs and I let you take them back home. I'm not expecting to get them back.
Right. Right. There was a big thing.
Boo-hoo and call Life and Vibe and boo-hoo.
And Johnny Vegas, he was so memorized by Tim. He was just like, all over them. It seemed like, you could see him in the video. Like, say, hey, somebody's acknowledging me and putting me in his videos, and man, he just thought that was the world's greatest thing,
Right.
I don't think Cowboy was part of everything yet back then.
No.
So he might not know. This dude was, so when Sarasota Tim went to Laughlin the first time, this dude was emailing him a bunch, to the point that Sarasota Tim made comments about somebody keeps emailing him, wanting to meet up and stuff like that. So then Sarasota Tim gets invited by this man to go spend the night in Vegas. You catch my drift?
Yes.
In a hotel room. And so because he makes videos in real time like a dumbass, everybody knew right where he was. So he was at this casino, and Johnny Vegas literally just showed up and started walking around until he found him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, he came up right behind him there. I remember that.
Really?
Now, so this goes on, right? Buys him dinner or something, if I remember correctly. Then the next time Sarasota Tim went out there, that was when he gave him the golf clubs, the rangefinder, all this crap, so that he would hang out with him. So you got what you wanted out of that deal if you're Johnny Vegas. So just cut your losses and move on with your life.
It's kind of like, let's say I go. There was a guy who spent 2 weeks in the community out there where Wonder Hussy lives, and waited 2 weeks till he finally met her. He waited 2 weeks in that small town she lives in, waiting for to meet her. Same thing. And people have walked up to her house and knocked on her casita, knocked on her window to talk to her, because, well, your address is out there. So it'd be the same thing with Wonder Hussy. If I met her, I give her things to be her friend, be in a video, right? And then all of a sudden I expect it back. So I'd give her something, same kind of thing, right? Here you go, Wonder Hussy. Thanks for having me in the video. So he was gifting it to him to be his buddy, more or less.
I just think that if you took YouTube out of the equation here, and let's say there's somebody that's a major league athlete or something in your town, your city, and you see them post that they're at a park or something or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you went to that park and you sought them out, that might be strange behavior.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
That might be considered stalking.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, that was all. That was my point.
No, I was just going to say there was a YouTuber who lived down in the Tucson area, and they were kind of like a minimalist. There was a husband and wife. They were young, and they bought some land, and they had they were doing all this stuff from a tiny home, then building a home, and all this stuff out there, and they were very, very successful. She had a channel on dieting and all this stuff, and he made a video, and it came out and said, "Hey, I'm tired of people trying to come around on the land, and I had this guy come up in his Corvette. He wanted to meet me. He thought he was going to be my best friend and everything." I mean, the guy was really pissed. And said, "You know what? I make YouTube videos, but I'm not everybody's friend."
Yep.
And I thought, wow. But the thing is, that's the thing, is your fans out there think you're going to be that person on YouTube, and you're going to greet them and everything. And they don't know that you really have another life somewhere out there.
Because it's easier. I mean, I have a lot of celebrities I like, a lot of actresses I like. I just wouldn't be able to walk up and meet because they have bodyguards. And the people there was a guy who lived in Colorado. He was a Denver guy, and some guy I knew, he spent, again, a month in Denver stalking this YouTuber because the guy did all his videos in downtown Denver. So it took him 3 weeks to find the guy. I mean, he wanted to meet him, so he waited, and we'd fall all over Denver to look for the guy. Same kind of behavior. People get so emotionally involved in YouTubers. I like all YouTubers, and it's I saw Wonder Hussy one time in Las Vegas walking down the strip. I go, "Hey, that's the Huss." I didn't stop the car and jump out, "Wonder Hussy," Which, I pointed at her and I go, she goes, "What?" I go, "That's Wonder Hussy with her sunglasses and her hat." She was videotaping the Formula One thing when that was that first year that was out there, the Formula One. She was documenting that behavior, and I was there that weekend, so she was walking around. But I'm sure not going to jump out of my car and walk over and give her a big hug and act like a total idiot in public, But people get so overly emotional with these YouTubers. That Johnny Vegas obviously had a man crush on Sarasota Tim.
Well, I read this white paper one time, and it was somebody's, it was a psychiatry study that somebody was doing. They were writing a paper on it, and they were sort of trying to do this study. And it was that because technology advanced so fast, and because the internet connected so many of us, mm-hmm. and then social media even more so, that we aren't emotionally. Well, a lot of people, or some people, I don't remember what they were studying this.
Correct.
Not everyone is emotionally advanced enough to accept that, because I watch Van City Van Life every day, and I see him, and he tells me what he's doing, and he shows me his dog, and he shows me his business, and he shows me things like that I don't actually know him. Right?
Right.
Maybe I can't separate that. And if I were to go up to him in public and start talking to him like I know him, that's not going to go well for me, no matter what.
Right.
No matter how nice he is, no matter any of that, it's not going to go the way that I want it to go.
I've had 3 people...
And
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I've had, I think, 4 people recognize me. One guy heard my voice. Well, fifth was a blind guy at a club over in Edina one time, and he goes, and I used my spent condom reference to the Pittsburgh Pansies, and he grabbed my arm and he goes, I've heard that before. And I go, what? And he goes, you're Cowpote from the NFL podcast. You're the only one I know that says spent condom in the Pittsburgh Pansies. He goes, I'm blind. And he goes, I love how you literate the NFL. He goes, I'm one of your biggest fans. And I go, I appreciate that. And he just shook my hand. He walked. He was blind. And so he heard my voice. And then somebody one time saw me in New York, saw me on the subway and pointed at me and go, Speculation Sports. And I go, we speculate, you win. And then he walked off. And then someone told me, he goes, on the scrap, he goes, hey, I just saw your video at the Raspberry Island over there. He goes, I like your videos. Me and my son never knew that place till we saw the video. Then 2 other people had seen me as recently, and they just shook my hand and said, I like your content. I wish you get more views. And he goes, keep up the good work. And they both just kind of walked off. It was a quick handshake, and I said, thank you very much. One other guy, I was getting a battery at a place up in St. Louis Park, and the guy goes, I was wearing my Cowpote hat, and he goes, my brother loves your stuff, and he goes, he'll be glad that so I took a picture with his brother for him, pointing at the camera. So he goes, I'll send it to my brother. So he, it was a casual encounter. It wasn't a hug and an autograph. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cool to be recognized when you're in New York City and you're sitting in the middle of nowhere, New York, and someone points at you. This is Speculation Sports.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
those are all appropriate interactions.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But if I just camped out at that Burger King and waited for you, and then I got in the PT Cruiser and said, "How's Sue Ellen?" That's not how it's supposed to go, right?
Yep.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
No. You probably would find me at a Burger King. I mean, I would never have a boycott of a Burger King. I can't do it. I just can't do it. As you can see, the last video I did, they're eating food, this morning,
Hey, what does heavy all mean? When you ordered your burger, you said heavy all.
Everything. Heavy, messy, and filthy and messy like I like my women. Hot and messy like I like my women.
So extra everything?
Everything on there. You throw barbecue. Heavy everything.
Bacon. I love a Whopper, where you could get that stuff on it.
Yep, heavy. Then you throw barbecue sauce on it. I love heavy all because heavy all means everything you make it really messy, and because if they don't, that makes them take it open. They have to throw it back out of the package and then throw more stuff on it because a lot of times they're pre-made, so it makes them do something to it. They make them put more stuff on it and heat it up. So you make them do a special one. You know what I'm saying?
The closest Burger King to me is terrible, but when I watch you order that burger, I'm like, man, I can't even remember the last time I had a Whopper.
Oh, Whopper heavy all with cheese.
Last time I had a Whopper was when I was doing a Timmy video or something. And I stopped there just to do that. And I went and got the Whopper and I got a Coke. And it was like, $20-some or something. It was expensive.
Yeah, well, I've had
Jock, I had sticker shock, man.
Well, when you have a Whopper with French fries, that was like $11. When you have like a Whopper, a double Whopper with French fries, it's like $15. A double Whopper.
Oh my God.
They're not cheap anymore.
You can go to a sit-down Mexican restaurant and
two French fries and 2 fish sandwiches and a popper like $14 at McDonald's. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't usually go to McDonald's. I was with my dad and we were driving somewhere, and for 2 value meals, he got like a quarter pounder and I got the fish sandwich. Yeah, it was like $29.
Yeah, it's not cheap anymore.
Jeez.
It's not cheap.
Jeez.
Because
I like their breakfast menu. I like the biscuit, stuff like that.
If I have my choice, it's Wendy's or Burger King. I like both their burgers because you get what you pay for. When you get a Burger King or a Wendy's, it's meat. The McDonald's ones, you might as well have a double cheeseburger because the singles are a joke. So if I have a McDonald's, I get a double cheeseburger because you're actually getting meat. You're actually getting 2.
I think you have to get like a quarter pounder at McDonald's if you actually want a burger.
But they're getting smaller and smaller. They really
right, because the Big Macs are small now. Yeah. I can remember as a kid when they first came out with the Big Mac. Oh my God, that thing was big, and they're smaller than a quarter pounder.
Yeah, it's too bad. But you get the Whopper heavy all. It means everything. If they do it right, hot and messy, you get it heavy all. They should throw that thing should be in your hand. It should just you can't put it down because it's messy. That's what
You're a bad influence on me because I never use steak sauce. Now you got me buying Heinz 57.
Oh, for the steak?
Yeah, I just always season it and eat it dry, but you've been talking about Heinz 57, and I was like, well, when's the last time I ate Heinz 57? So now I eat like a lean steak about 2-3 times a week, and I've been putting Heinz 57 on it, and the missus is like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's so good.
Yeah, it is. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to an Aldi's, because it's this big thing with this Sarasota Tim with the steak, you know. So I'm going to go to Aldi's and mix it with ketchup and 57 sauce. And I'm going to make one and prove that you can make an Aldi steak and it can be good. You know what I'm saying? Is it a big thing with him? He doesn't want to make a steak with an Aldi or something?
He's doing that thing.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, he went to Aldi's and he was on a roll there about their steaks and all, but I thought maybe he started hating them or something. I don't really follow the guy that much. I
mean, you put the 57 sauce on and the ketchup and you soak it for a day. And it's really good. I mean, it's not that tough to cook a steak. Because I saw the one.
Yeah,
because someone
doesn't know how to cook anyway.
Because someone did a
he burns everything. Like, it's all super well done, but I don't watch his cooking videos. But Miss Vicky said something about him not being able to chew. Not being able to chew steaks or something. So that's what I think the steak thing is all about.
I think if she could marry him, she would. Like I've said, if she could marry him down in Treasure Island, morning, and I would be her man of honor. I'd be her man of honor. I'd give her away and be the man of honor. I'd be both. I'd hand her off to Timmy. Because if she's having a problem with her bow, you know, she needs someone to go down and help her out. I can temporarily move down there where she lives. I'll be her bow for I'll make her in a canoe for about 2 weeks. You know.
I was going to put it in one of my videos yesterday, and I kind of mentioned it to the wife, and she threatened me. She said, "You better not." And it's like, so I had to, because I have a kind of a thing with.
Oh, that's funny. She threatened you.
I don't go after her. The only thing I did do is I said something about that Sarasota Tim was going up to North Carolina to go see a woman that works in the chicken industry, which she does at Tyson. But that's all I said. I never mentioned her name, you know.
That's funny. That's funny. Your wife threatens you. That's hilarious. That's.
Well, she gets threatened, but you know, she's like gets pissed off, and you know, I tried to tell her about the comical part about all this, and you know, to do it, but she doesn't. She doesn't get my stuff. She says you're just too dry of a humor, and you know, everybody takes you too serious and all. And I said, well, you know, I like doing stuff like this. I don't care how many views I get.
Yeah,
I just do it. You know, I don't give a shit.
I'm an amateur comedian. When I do my Haggy rants, I do my Aaron Hernandez. I'm an amateur comedian, man. You are too as well. You're a feeble old man like I am. You're trying to be creative.
I think I am. That's what it is.
It's okay. I mean, it's like Mighty Python, the Flying Circus. People love Mighty Python or they hate Mighty Python. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't please anybody. You know, you're just having a good time. You're an old man like me, and you're having some fun, being creative. You know, to the f with the wife. You know, she doesn't like it. That's too bad. You're just having some fun. I do weird. My wife always looks at me. You're weird. My wife always goes, "You're just strange." When I do my Aaron Hernandez, because I would call her once in a while on the phone. And my friend Ted the Talking Head. When I would call him, he goes, it's so tough when you do with the gangster because the voice is in my ear. Because I have 3 or 4 people have used my Aaron Hernandez laugh as a ringtone. When I do the laugh with Aaron Hernandez, they've used that on their ringtone. But the day he died, I was so disappointed when she told me he died. I cried myself on the way to work when he passed away in the prison. I was so pissed off. But
so I'm getting pretty concerned about barium exposure.
I know. Where is he? Did he capitulate to his wife? What's going on?
Actually, good for him because he was taking it a little too seriously. So I'm happy for him. Yes.
Yeah, I know, and I had said in my last video that hey, the only time I'll go after him is if he says something about me, because I don't want it to go overboard, where I'm being the bully, just picking on him or something like that.
You're not a bully.
It's true, you don't want something like that to get to a point where I'm now the bully of him because people might like it or something. That's going the wrong way.
Well, if he can't,
when he comes out and says, "Oh yeah, that's simple. This regular crowd's out there hating again and blah blah blah," then I might go and do something. I mean, I've got some ideas, but I put them on the back burner because, no,
He can't handle it.
For a split second, I thought that the door was open on it being like a little back and forth banter when he made that video with the advertisement with the fruit. He was talking about us.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, like maybe he's going to play, right?
Right.
And like when Dinger called the show, I thought, okay, maybe Dinger's going to play. But then Dinger said that he didn't call the show, so
Yeah,
I guess he can't play.
That would have been good, go back and forth, because if he comes after us or whatever it is, and I respond, then people are curious enough to go over to his channel and see what's going on, because I saw the views go up overnight for him, it's like, and that's what it does for, Blindviews or Sarasota Tim or,
It's just because it's funny.
Yep. But he couldn't handle it. He just
funny.
couldn't. He couldn't handle it. You talked about me, and then you talked about me, and it was like then he played my podcast back, which I thought was epic as hell. And it's like that's fine. Go ahead, click it. I don't care. That was epic. You talked about me.
I think at first he thought that it was genuinely mean, and like I said, I thought he was catching on. Like, I mean, I can only speak for myself. I'm not genuinely being mean. I just think it's funny.
Right.
I think he's funny. I think his mannerisms are funny. The hands.
Yep.
I think, the ice storm that happened like 6 months ago that's still delaying construction. I just think all that's funny, But like, at first, I think he thought that like it was actually mean-spirited, truly mean-spirited, and that pissed him off. And then, maybe he still does, but like I said, that fruit video really gave me hope. And he's a pretty smart guy. He said he knows how old you guys were, and he guessed how old I am, and he got it right. So, and I've never said how old I am, other than I said that I'm about however many years younger than Cowboy and Carl. So he's listening closely. To have heard that and to say how old, he's listening closely.
Yes.
I know you're listening, Barium. Please call the show.
Yeah, please call the show. Now, Miss Vicky, she's very sensitive. She even when I didn't even mention her name last night, and I said the haters are not doing their job about ignoring Tim. She said something to my wife about, I'm doing it. I mean, I never called her name out, but she got, that, I was talking about her or something not doing it. I said, no. And then the other thing is when I did the Dinger one, driving around in the parking lot, not finding a parking spot and everything, and it was related on her. After that, I noticed that she wasn't doing it. She was just parking. And that's when I said, hey, just drive around. That's part of the fun part, You're waiting for somebody and saying something.
Right.
So...
Gentlemen, any parting shots? I've been on for about $1:35 almost, but I appreciate calling in the show there, young man. Casey Grits, don't be a stranger. Mark, any final thoughts here on the Fear Mongering Radio Show?
Well, I just hope Casey Grits is getting out of his workload there and can call the show a little more. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it, and hopefully Carl's doing all right. Hopefully he's already got that golf shirt washed and he's wearing it. Maybe he'll have it in his next video or something like that. And maybe he'll be up in his treehouse showing us I don't know if you watched the one, he was up in his treehouse the other day, showing you over the spread of the park or something there, it looked like.
Casey Grits, anything on the way out the door?
Yeah, hopefully I can get off work in time to call again and stop doing all this darn OT. Carl, the mint is still on the pillow in the spare bedroom for you at my house when your lovely wife kicks you out. So,
gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Right on. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. There they go. that was some good stuff. That was good. I like that. That's a lot of fun. So let's go. Eyes of Glory. Eyes of Glory. Eyes of Glory. Here we go. You betcha, ladies and gentlemen, we all know. September 1st, kicked off World War II, because one was supposed to end all wars. Hitler decided to invade Poland, and we got dragged in, and we had to team up and storm the beaches. Snap the necks of Kraut and free the Jews. They capitulated, as we talked before, Japanese and the mighty Mo. That's right. All the wars forgotten. Vietnam, 50,000 plus, Desert Storm, lots of them out there. Men and women blue, godless working class. But all these men and women of the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant Coast Guard uniform, we thank you so much for the service to this country. Very, very much. Balls the size of overgrown trees. Make good choices in your life. You are your choices. Make good choices. You have a good place. Don't run with poor people. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? Not shower in the shower at Penn State. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing when you don't like 2 men having sex and you watch 2 women. Okay? You see something, say something. Safe sex, dual pill trend, cherry patch. You don't drink and drive. Call some murder someone. Be good. Thank you guys coming on the show. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Oh!